outside. Oh my gosh. What's this? It's a bag. And it sounds like it's full of Chinese makeup. Today I'm super excited to finally be showing you Chinese makeup. So I've been wanting to do this video for quite a while, but I finally have time to do it. I've put my scarf up so I can do this properly. I'm not going to say that this is a makeup tutorial, but we're going to be going through makeup basically. I have a range of things from foundation to setting powder, eyeshadows, blushes. One of the reasons why I'm making this video is because I'm sure you've heard of Korean makeup. It's very popular now, and Japanese makeup is also known to be quite good for the skin, and it's also really good quality. But I guarantee you've never heard of Chinese makeup. We kind of learned the reason for this in a recent lecture. It's just because those other East Asian countries have more soft power, but I'm not going to go into that theory right now. Instead, I'm just going to show you some makeup that I have in front of me. I hope you enjoy. Oh yeah, also look at my t-shirt. I've always liked Spider-Man, but after watching Infinity Wars, I'm obsessed, and I got my friend to buy this for me, like I forced them. So yeah, and then I feel like I have a nice web situation going on here. Let me show you a little bit more. My necklace, it says Jin, which is in the character for Oxford. Coincident, I didn't get it because of that, but there's a backstory and I'm not going to go into that right now. And I got this watch recently, which says fairy in Chinese, and I've got these bracelets on, and I feel like I've done what I need to do. Oh no, I have this earring because we have a comic book theme going on today, and I thought this matches quite nicely. So first thing I'm going to do is use this. I don't use primer that often. I would have used this more often, but I didn't want to finish it before I film this video, so from tomorrow, whenever I wear makeup, I'll probably use this. This is a brightening makeup base, aka a primer, and it's from a shop called Miniso. Miniso is a Chinese brand. They sell makeup and stationery and some home things. They very carefully advertise themselves as having a Japanese designer, but it's actually Chinese because my friend who is Chinese but also reads Japanese says the Japanese on the label is usually gibberish. There's not much on this one, but you cannot see it. The label's not really going to focus, but it has some Japanese at the top and it's probably gibberish like the rest of the labels. You can kind of think of it like Muji, because if you know Muji, it's a Japanese stationery shop. They have some across the UK. That one really is Japanese, so I feel like maybe Miniso is modelled off of that. But everyone in my class loves Miniso. When we were in Beijing, you know, it's so easy to spend your money there because items are really cheap. A lot of this makeup was also really cheap, but I think the quality is also quite decent, and they have so many cute things. I know that there's some Minisos in Korea. The drama I was watching one time, Miniso was one of the sponsors, so yeah, it's expanding globally, but I don't think we have it yet in the UK. It's a really cool brand, I love it. So yeah, I'm gonna zoom you in a bit, or a lot. That's quite a lot. Whoa, I don't know if I'm comfortable with this anymore. I'm gonna go on to foundation. So we're using a cushion foundation. These are really popular in Korea, but they're also really popular in China. And it's not focusing. I know that this is why makeup artists do this. I think you can see it now. So this is a cushion foundation. If you haven't used them before, they are really convenient. They're quite nice. They come with a puff like this. I've used it quite a lot, so it's like this. All these items, most of them, besides one, I bought when I was in Beijing last year. And this is in the color 2. I highly doubt you're going to be able to buy this, but I'm going to show you the details anyway. And I have another foundation at home, another cushion foundation that is Chinese. So if you want me to do a casual look or a part 2, then I'll use that and show you. Because the color is slightly different. Obviously with my skin tone, I'm not going to find the exact color that I need in China, but I've tanned a bit now because it's summer, so back last year when I was using it, it wasn't actually that far off. I haven't used this in such a long time. This is basically how you would put it on. Wow, on camera, it looks very light for my skin, but in person, I guarantee you it's not that bad. And I think I've maybe put on a bit too much. I wasn't paying attention, but yeah, a little goes a long way. Sometimes you really don't need that much and you can cover your whole face. I would say, like, I don't know how even I'm being right now. You gotta get in everywhere, you know? So it's not my skin color, but it doesn't look that bad. Maybe it could look a bit chalky because it's not the right skin color. Even with like Western foundation, I know that when people do use a lighter color than their skin, they just cover their neck and stuff. So I'm gonna cover my neck to make it look a bit more even. I wouldn't normally do this because generally I wouldn't really have this problem, and I don't always do my scarf like this anyway. Also, I don't wear makeup every day. I just want to point that out. I mean, it's fine if you do. I just can't be asked, don't feel the need, don't have the time. And I can do my makeup very fast. I can do it in 5 minutes if I need to, if I want to. But yeah, we're done with the foundation. It's super cute, right? It kind of looks like the Kakao Talk Korean brand makeup, if you are familiar with what that is. I have some Korean makeup at home as well. I finished my foundation. It wasn't a cushion, it was like a tube thing. I think it was Misha. I can work something out if you want to see that. Okay, so next I'm going to show you this. This is super cool because look at it. It opens up. So it has all these compartments. It's kind of hard to show you. It looks like a caterpillar. This is called the Face Corrector Powder Kit. It has some Arabic at the bottom, but I'm pretty sure it's Chinese. I think I've seen this on eBay now as well, so if you wanted to get this one, you probably could. I got this online in China. Someone looked at me from the window. This probably looks very strange. I haven't actually used this before, I don't think, because the thing I have at home kind of looks like just this section in a singular container. So when I was planning this video, I selected some of my Chinese makeup and I put it into the bag that you saw at the start. And I didn't really look at it for a while because I wanted it to be a surprise and everything. I took a peek last night, but I didn't really bring any brushes and stuff, so we're just gonna use the hands today. Before I go back to this, sorry for showing you this, I think we're going to do concealer first. This is also from Miniso. It's called the Face Touch-Up Stick. I think that's quite accurate. How the heck do they do this? I just don't understand. Oh wow, it works. Woohoo! I think I bought 2 of these last year, one when I was leaving and I used one when I was in China because I actually quite like this. It actually does match my skin color, I think, and it did at the time. I look like a war hero now. But yeah, people usually put concealer under their eyes. You can do it wherever. If you have like a spot, maybe put it on the spot and put a heart right there. If you've got a beard and you want to cover it up, do that too. I'm going to use the sponge that came with this thing that I just showed you. Blend it out. So yeah, that's done. It smells so nice. And yeah, I think now I'm going to go back into this. In China, as well as like Korea, and I'm guessing Japan as well, I don't follow Japanese makeup as much. Contour isn't that big of a thing, but in the recent years they have started to create products for contouring. There was one in China that I saw which was like a stick with concealer on one side and contour on the other, but I didn't bother buying it. I think we can use this for contouring. I don't really do that in my general life anyway, and what I do when I do it isn't that strong. But I'm just dipping this in and we're gonna make some lines now. I think people usually put it here. To be honest, if anything, this is just gonna give me some colour back into my face. I'm not gonna become chiseled. Don't expect that. I never have been, but makeup does wonders. Oh my gosh, on the camera, that looks so dark. Put some here. It looks interesting. People also do it here. I guess if you are wearing a turban and you got all the chin out, maybe you do want to put it there, but usually it's covered by my scarf anyway, so there's no point. People also put it on their forehead. I can see a slight difference. It's just warming up my face, but it's not going to make a significant difference and give me like cheekbones or whatever. Stay like that will do if you do want them. Oh yeah, you're meant to kind of do that to know where the line is, but I know where my line is. And then the rest of the colours, I think if you wanted to, you could just use this to brighten up your under eyes a bit more. The only reason why I feel like it's okay to use powder right now is because it's summer and people are sweating and stuff, and that's just going to keep you from having an oily face. And that's also what this product does. I'm sorry, I almost forgot to show you. This is a matte setting powder, and I don't really use these often, but I bought it last year because I thought it was so cheap. I can finally practice what this is. I know people like to bake their face. I don't think I've ever done that successfully. I've only tried it like twice though, but there's not much point doing that now. One of my classmates used to just put this all over her face. Oh god, I'm so sorry, I forgot a step again. We'll come back to this because I forgot. It's in the name, so this is a setting powder. So obviously we're gonna set everything after it's done. So before we use this, I'm gonna move to blusher. Yeah. So this one is also Chinese. The proof is in the label, although a lot of things are manufactured in China, made in China. So it might just be that the label is in Chinese. This is the one thing I didn't buy in China. I just bought this online because I'm not sure if the trend has... No, actually. Okay, yeah, now it's kind of a trend. But I thought that this would catch on soon when I did buy it. This video has been waiting for quite a while. But yeah, in Korea, more companies are starting to make blushes into cushions. Just like the foundation that you saw. People also have cushions for blushes. There's also stuff for your eyebrows now in cushion form. If you're a guy, I mean, you could also use it if you're a girl. There's also cushions for receding hairlines, which is quite fun. They think of everyone. This color, if you see it, it's quite bright. In person, it kind of looks like a highlighter color, like a pen highlighter, like neon pink. But on your face, it's not that bad. You just gotta put a bit on. I don't know why I decided to do it so high, but we're gonna go with it. Now I just have this rosy pink cheek and I put too much on. Oh my god, I'm ashamed of myself. This is a bit too much, but it's all about blending. I could go for the anime look and put it all over and make it look like I'm blushing. That's a bit more Japanese. If you didn't know, there was this Japanese craze a few years ago where people would put their blusher mainly here Not really to look like they're blushing like an anime character, but more so because the ill/drunk look was in. And I know that sounds really weird, but I guess it was just a fashion trend when your face is kind of flushed out and then you have that. I feel like what I've done today is create a sunburn. It was not the intention. So I'm going to quickly just put some foundation over that because I put too much blusher on. This is my first time doing like a proper makeup video, so please bear with me. If I do more, I'm sure I'll get better at this. I'm just going to cover that a bit. Yeah. Also, I'm sure you will notice by the end that a lot of the products are quite natural looking. From what I noticed, I'm not an expert or anything, but oh my god, what the hell? 1 second. So as I was saying, I'm not an expert, but from what I noticed last year, people don't really like to do heavy looks with their makeup in China, that is. So I had to phase in my own makeup looks just so people were comfortable with it. I mean, like, I do whatever I want, but I just thought it's best for me to slowly drop the more colourful looks so people get used to it more. I remember when I wore blue lipstick outside one day, everyone was staring at me, but it was expected, so it's cool. Anyways, now we're gonna go back to the setting powder because there's nothing really left to do with my face for the main part. It starts to spill out. I don't know if you can see that, and we're just gonna put it all over. Oh, I don't like this. Maybe I've put too much again. Oh my god. Look at my forehead.
Look at your nose.
Maybe I've just done something wrong. Oh, today's the second day of Ramadan, by the way. If you're fasting, how are you finding it? Let me know. Leave a comment because they're really fun to read. I'm finding it okay so far. I am thirsty. Yesterday, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't easy. We've done that and I'm looking kind of different, but we're gonna go with it. Also, by the way, I was thinking about making a video about what Ramadan means in Chinese. If that's something you want to see, if you basically want to hear me fail at speaking Chinese, then let me know in the comments and I'm gonna make that soon because that could be quite fun. So now we're gonna move to this. This is really cute. I think this is like the mascot for Miniso, these characters, or at least one of their mascots, because sometimes they sell their teddy bears and stuff, the bears. This is a highlighter, and when you see it, it kind of proves my point that Chinese people don't really go that heavy with their makeup because it's very light on my skin tone and also on a Chinese person's skin tone because I've done makeup on my friends before. There's a liquid side. Okay, this hand stuff is just crazy. Like, there's a liquid side and then there's a stick side. And I'm just gonna do one on each side so you can see the difference. But honestly, it doesn't really make a big difference. Maybe it gives you a slight healthy glow. If you're really into like really natural makeup or no makeup, then this could be the thing for you. It smells nice. The other side, we're gonna do this one. Oh, it's so cold. Can you see? I wasn't wearing any makeup before this. Nothing at all, so we have a fresh base to work with. I'm gonna put a little bit here, because I know that's what people do, but I'm gonna do what I want. Some here. This side also smells very nice, but I can't pinpoint what it is. Some sort of fruit. Usually when people highlight their nose, I feel like it looks a bit weird. It kind of makes you look oily, I think, because when you have a glow here, it's kind of like the light is reflecting off the oil on your face. But this is a very natural, very, very minimal glow, so I think it's alright. But as I keep saying, do what you want. If you want to do that, then go for it. I'm now going to show you this. I've used it a few times. The label's kind of come off, but again, it has some gibberish Japanese on it, and it's not focusing. This is for your eyes. Aegyeosal is a Korean word for like the baby fat under your eyes. I can't show you properly. If I've cried a lot, then it happens naturally. Oh, like that. How ironic. If I'm crying or laughing, it comes out. That makes you look cuter, and a lot of people would draw lines underneath. There's a way of doing it to make it come out naturally. This stick is one of the tools you can use to do that, produce that. But you know, it's Chinese makeup and not many people, well, I mean, I can't generalize, but I haven't seen many people go for the aegyeosal look or the under eye fat look, whatever you want to call it. I've seen some people who do wear a bit more extreme makeup, eyelashes and stuff, they would go for it, but it's not the theme of today. So one side of this is like this, and I guess it's a nude skin color. We're just going to put that inside, and you're not going to see much of a difference, but to be honest, I've seen many makeup videos where I don't really see a difference with what they do, but every small action impacts the bigger outcome, am I right? Depending on how I do this, because it's all about the technique. If you were to line your eyelashes a little bit along with the waterline, then it becomes a bit more visible. In theory, what this is meant to do is meant to make you look a little bit more awake. I feel like I got it in my eye. And then the other side, which is the side that I do like, I use it for my inner corners, so we're gonna do that. Point it there. Maybe we will put some here on the cupid's bow because that's what people normally do. And that looks very strange right now. And then if you were to do like the whole under eye fat thingy, you would put some here. Maybe I'll do a little bit just to show you, but this is just gonna brighten the eye a bit. Because this is like a silvery color, if you put too much, I feel like it looks quite unnatural. There are ones that have like a more rose gold undertone. Those look a bit more natural, but I ain't no expert. I just happen to know quite a lot about makeup. People told me to make makeup videos. Other people told me not to. I decided I'm just gonna do what I want. When I want to do it, I will. If you want me to do it, I will take that into consideration. The really exciting thing is that a lot of Korean makeup brands have shops in China and in Beijing. So Etude House, if you know what they are, I've always wanted to go to one of their shops, but I finally got to in Beijing, and it was super nice. But there's other shops as well, like Tony Moly, Misha, which I mentioned because I used to have their foundation, The Face Shop, other lesser known brands as well. They have a lot of their stores in China, so it's really cool to explore them. But alas, I don't think there are any well-known Chinese brands that have made it to the other side. Anyways, we're gonna use this now. This is an eyebrow brush. It's the brush basically. It's very simple. You brush them out. I'm going to do this. I think I look way too white right now. Oof. And then we have this side, which is a sponge. I have a few different eyebrow products from China, and I have some Korean ones as well. These are quite fun. I don't know if you've used something like this before, but it's just another pigment. And then I wanted to show you this one because this stick's very convenient if you're traveling. And then this is the more traditional pigment thingy. I'm just gonna do one of each on either side of my eyes. We're gonna use a sponge first. If you want it to be natural, dab it lightly. If you want it to be less natural, dab it harder, and also go over the same area more than once. This color is dark brown. It's not the perfect shade, but I kind of like it. I think it also makes it look kind of natural. I don't know when to stop. I'm gonna stop now. This is in shade number 2. And then we're gonna use this on the other side. How do you like to do your eyebrows, by the way? Because eyebrows on fleek and everything, some people make it into a really big deal. A few years ago, if I brushed it through, that's good enough for me. Using the stick makes it a little bit more precise and darker if you wanted it to be darker. You can shape it too this way. I prefer not to really do that. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna brush it through one more time. I haven't done it too dark, but I think it's dark enough to be honest. We're gonna move on to eyes, which I think is quite fun, so I've left it till the end. The one thing I did forget is mascara. I'm so sorry. I do have quite a few different mascaras that are Chinese, but I didn't bring it, and I would have only brought it to demonstrate to you what it's like, because some of them are actually really cool because they're double-sided. So maybe I will make a part 2 because I kind of want to show you that. But I don't really like to wear mascara because my eyelashes, they're quite long and curly, so I don't need it that much. I would only do it if I go to an event, and I just feel like it's such a hassle to wipe off, so I just don't wear it unless I do a full face of makeup for an event. So I don't have mascara, but maybe next time I will show you if I do another video. In terms of eye products, firstly I wanted to show you this. I don't want to get the names wrong. There is a Western brand that started to make these, and there is a Korean brand that I can't remember from the top of my head, but they have a line of these products in different colors, but this one's Chinese. I'm just going to show you what it is. This is shade number 5. Is it working? This is probably one of those things that you could go on eBay, or the Korean brand that makes them as well. This is meant to be like a convenient way of putting on eyeshadow because it's a bar and it just does it in one go. It's not very pigmented, so again, it's very natural. And we're gonna do one side with the white on top, or the cream, the other side with the peach on top, because I don't know which one goes where. I'm only gonna do it once because, to be honest, I actually want to show you some other stuff. I can see that it obviously did go on. It made a slight difference. So I think if you were to use these, just putting it on isn't really going to do it. You're going to have to blend it out a little bit. With everything, just blend. But for today, I think I'm just going to use this as the base for what we're going to do with our eyes. Or what I'm going to do with my eyes, because I don't think you're following along. Instead, I think I'm going to use this as a little bit more highlight. And that's probably what I did with this last time as well. Because that highlight did nothing for me. Okay. To be honest, if you were very into natural makeup, then I think if you just had like one compartment of this, the eyebrow thing, and some lipstick maybe, you're probably good to go, because you could use this as blusher and a highlight, and then obviously that's your foundation, and then your eyebrows, and you're good. That's that done. Sorry, the video got cut off and I didn't even notice. I was showing you these crayon eyeshadows, which are super fun. I bought these last year again. They came with a few more colors that I don't have with me. The white one, for instance, it's like a silvery color, and I use that for the inner corner of my eyes usually, or even under here a bit. Originally, I was buying my mom some lipsticks, and then I saw this as a recommended product. So they basically look the same as these, but in more pinky and orangey colors. They were like jelly lipsticks with a nice tint of color, and then these are the counterpart eyeshadows. And it's just super cool because I've never seen eyeshadow crayons before, or I hadn't at the time at least, and I didn't realize they would be so small until they arrived. So it's very cute and it's perfect for traveling. We're just gonna use a few colors. I haven't planned any of this. I got this t-shirt yesterday, as I told you. So originally I wanted to do like blue and red eyes, but I thought I'm just gonna leave it blank so I can do a video. I did bring some NYX eyeliner in red that I might put on afterwards, but the theme of this video is Chinese makeup, so for now, who needs it? So I think I am gonna do some blue. Maybe I'll put in some pink, and yeah, I'll show you how they are. So I haven't used these in a while. Swatching them for you makes me grateful that I bought them because they're actually quite nice. When I said that I do makeup in 5 minutes sometimes, these things are very helpful for that because you literally just wipe it on. You can even blend it as you're walking and you're good to go. These are most of the colors. I swatched it in a really weird angle, I'm sorry. Obviously some colors are more pigmented than others. What I noticed is that if you're wearing them and it's a really long day, they're not going to last for the whole day. Like there might be a crease in your eyes and stuff, but you could probably fix that if you primed your eyes, to be honest. But anyways, I think I'm gonna stick to a few colors. So we're gonna get uncomfortably close again. I don't know if I'm ready for this. I'm gonna start with some pink. So as you can see, we do have a layer of stuff under my eyes already, but it's not that pigmented. It does go on quite well and it looks very natural. I mean, it's definitely there. I can see that it's pink, but it's not that dark. I'm going to put this color on my arm. This came out a lot darker, but it's not coming out dark right now. This is so cool. I'm basically playing with crayons on my face. This is the true meaning of face painting. Now I think the color is becoming a lot stronger. It's going to become stronger. It's a very strange feeling. It's like having a light layer of melted wax on your face because everything's gliding together and it feels weird. Or like, think of Vaseline. It's like having Vaseline on your eyes. It feels a bit weird. First 2 layers I did have just been covered completely, but I think it's okay. Yes! Okay. Put some underneath as well. To be honest, with this stuff, I don't think brushes are in your favor anyway. I've only done this part because I have a superhero theme today, and I feel like if you point it out, it kind of looks like a superhero mask with the shape of your eyes. Generally though, I don't think it's the most flattering look for everybody, but again, do what you like. Maybe I should add some purple, I don't know. I just want all the colours to come out. One of them snapped. That's the problem. It is like crayons basically, but you can put it back and don't tell anyone. What this is doing is giving me a lilac now, actually. Maybe I'll just add some purple. You know what, I'm just gonna add everything just to show you really. This is for science. Because unfortunately there's no red in this set. I'd love to have shown you the lipsticks as well, maybe next time. Because they're so cute and they're really nice. The black, as you can see, is very dark. You can get the same effect if you wanted to smudge it out with the silver or the grey without it being as dark and less forgiving. But I'm just gonna put some anyway. I guess the good thing about these is that they blend very well. So, ew. I think that's all I wanted to do with these colours for now. As I said, I did forget to bring mascara, but that's fine because I don't like to use it anyway. I do have though an eyeliner, so I'm quite new to wearing makeup actually. I only really started it last year. I used to buy a lot of these cheap things to experiment with, and honestly, Chinese eyeliners are so good because beforehand I tried a few different types, but in China I got to experiment with like the gel eyeliner, pen liners, and then these kind of ones. But I have some really nice pen eyeliners. I'll insert a clip from a previous video where I used one. And then I have some in different thickness and thinness, and that's really cool. But yeah, today we're going to be using this. Maybe if I just do that, that's better. Yeah, you can see that. It has a really interesting pointed tip. The eyeliner is one of those things that don't always come out that well, but under pressure I feel like it's worse. So don't look at me, okay? Gosh. As I said, I've done a few of my friends' makeups when I was in China, and I noticed they don't really like to do the flicks, so I'm not going to do that either. You can see the difference, right? And we had a speech competition one time last year, and I did everyone's makeup, or the people who wanted makeup at least. So that was cool. Maybe I'll show you a picture as well. Boom! So what I'm noticing is, because of the crayon, this eyeliner application is very slippery. Woo! I'm going to use this again to quickly give myself back eye corner highlight thingy that got erased. I feel like because we have darker on the end, we'll do it a bit lighter at the front. I'm not sure if I like how this is looking right now, but I'm just gonna go with it. Oh yeah, can you see? Now that we've done the eyeliner, I'm going to move on to the lips because I think that's basically all we have left. There's not much more to it. I'm going to be using this. I actually have this in orange as well as pink. It came in 2 colours, so I got both. It's in the rose colour. It's got a sponge that you just dab across. If you wanted to do like the gradient lip, which was a famous trend in Korea a few years ago, this tool is quite good, but I can show you that another time. If I ever do Korean makeup, that's probably what I will do. I think this shade is very nice, and you can build up how dark you want it to be. Or you could also just wipe it on, but I think that rips the sponge a bit, as you can see. And that's it. I'm not sure how I feel about the outcome, but this is what we got. I think if anything, it's exciting for me to show you just Chinese makeup because some of the tools are really creative and ahead of the game actually. And the same can be said with fashion as well, because when I bought a lot of clothes in China, they were months ahead of the trends that came to the UK. I'm gonna try and show you now. People usually pose and stuff. I don't know what to do. watching this video. If you want me to do any more makeup related videos, then let me know in the comments what you want to see. If you want to see a part 2 of using other Chinese makeup products I have, then let me know. Let me know what you thought of the outcome. I think it's alright, but I wouldn't normally go out like this. I hope it was fun for you to see some new products that you probably haven't seen before, and you should try some out yourself as well. Till next time, bye. Or if you end up using Chinese makeup products, then good luck. 世界, yeah. If you don't know what I'm referencing, then I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Bye. 내 마음을 탕탕